Tanner, I can't read the script you wrote.
Shh, Derek, it's not scripted. Hey guys, welcome to the Two Guys No Script podcast. Derek, I'm so happy that I'm sitting across from you today. You are in such a good mood. You showed up to work this morning and you're like giddy up and around and just full of piss and vinegar. I knew today was going to be a good day, and I thought, great day for a podcast.
Yep. I don't know. I woke up this morning before my alarm. Well, before my main alarm. I said a lot, but it was just a good day.
Do you wake up before your alarm very often?
No, the last few weeks I've been asleep until my last alarm. And yeah, today I woke up, felt like I had a lot of energy. Had some breakfast.
What'd you
Was
have?
in a good mood. Had cornbread for breakfast. Cornbread, broke it up, put milk and sugar on it. It's like cornbread mush.
Well, that's why you're so energetic. A breakfast like that, starting the day off great.
Breakfast of a champion.
How was your day otherwise?
I'd say it was pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
We got to leave work a few times.
Yeah. It definitely made for an interesting work day, though.
Yeah, we were busy. We actually got out there on time, though.
Yeah, well, that's partly me. You know, I could have made us work later, but I wanted to get here and get this podcast rolling.
Yeah, I had to bring in your new TV.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got a new TV. That thing is sweet, though.
It is huge.
Yeah.
Is it 85 inches?
85 inches. I've always wanted an 85-inch TV. We'll talk about that a little later. Yeah. Before we get too far into this, last episode, which as we're recording this, it's not out yet. We're a week ahead. We're going to try to stay a week ahead. So sometimes we're going to refer to the previous episode, but it's not out yet. Derek and I got our shirts, and they're not terrible. Maybe try to fine tune them a little bit.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I haven't tried mine on. I don't know if you've tried yours on, like looked in a mirror with it on.
No, I haven't. But I could get naked for it right now. I'm going to get naked for it.
Well, I'll report live what the shirt looks like on Tanner.
I'm going to get naked.
Holy shit, look at those hairy nipples.
I know, they're really hairy, aren't they? Oh, it's not bad. They're the cheap shirt.
Okay, so he's getting it on. Yeah, they look pretty good. Wait, turn back around again. Okay, it looked off-center, but I think it is. I think it was just how your shirt's on.
Well, I mean, I am the one that put it on the website, so it could be off-centered.
So
we're going to have a picture of these on our Facebook page, our Instagram page. I think that was last episode we announced all that, right?
Yep. Yeah, we let everyone know. Was it Facebook, TikTok,
Instagram, and TikTok.
Instagram.
We're on YouTube, but obviously. Yeah. So we'll put a picture up on Instagram and Facebook. I don't know if we can on TikTok. So if you want to see what the shirts look like, go follow us there. We're gaining some traction on the old Facebook. Up to 100 followers. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. We didn't know if we'd even get that many views. So,
right. So, yeah. We talked about doing a certain tier donation to be entered in a drawing. And after we talked about it a little bit more, we're going to do it for at least 1 month, give it a trial. So anyone that does a $5 supporter tier on our website will be entered in the drawing for the end of May. And then it's going to take a couple weeks because we're not going to order shirts ahead of time in case this doesn't go well.
And these shirts took, about a week and a half to get?
A week and a half, 2 weeks. It came ahead of schedule. So it was supposed to come next week as we're recording this, which today is the 22nd. And it came today. So it came yesterday. So they came ahead of schedule. So I can't guarantee how long it'll take to get them. And then from then on, as long as we can reach a certain number of supporters every month, we'll continue to do it. Obviously, this shirt costs money. The first one, we're just going to kind of throw it out there, see how it does. And if a lot of people want it, we could expand on this.
Yeah, and we don't want to do them as merch just because we'd have to have so many of every size and
Right.
spend a bunch of money on it, and we're not making anything. It's costing us money to make these podcasts.
Right.
So
I mean, anyone that supports us, that'll just help with the cost. Obviously, cost of the shirt, but anything beyond that is just helping support the show and make it possible to create and get better at it. Obviously, we want to make have guests come on, but it's gonna take a couple more microphones to do that. And I mean, our microphones aren't super expensive, but at some point, we'd like a little bit better quality.
yeah.
That's hard to say that after I just said I got an 85-inch.
Yeah.
I ordered the 85-inch TV. I'm pretty sure before we started the podcast. So just putting that out there. Big businessman over here.
Well, is there anything more we have to let our listeners know? Any updates?
I think just a continued thanks for the support. Keep pumping up. Keep sharing the last episode. Hopefully we can get a lot of views and take our dream vacation.
Yeah, it's hard to, with us recording a week before, or like, so what we're recording tonight will get released in a week from now.
Right.
So like last week's episode will release in the morning as we speak. So it's hard to remember what we talked about and keep everything straight. But
we got a pretty good gist of it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just mainly thanks for the continued support. We got some followers on Spotify now. That's pretty cool. The Facebook page is doing well, better than expected initially. Yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully we can keep doing this, keep going forward. Anything more you need to add?
I don't think so.
Where are we gonna start?
Well, we already brought up your new TV.
So Derek's got a clip of me, as in a Walmart.
Yeah, we're walking through Walmart,
and I'm holding my arms out. I'm trying to see if this TV will fit. Was I trying to check it on a TV stand or?
Yeah, so there was probably an 85-inch TV that he was dreaming about buying, and so he measured it. Well, he needed a new TV stand if he got a TV that big. Well, we didn't have a tape measure, so he'd hold his arms up and walk down the aisles trying to keep them at the same distance. And it was too close to call. It was sometimes when he'd walk over to the stand, it would fit. Sometimes it wouldn't. So he obviously wasn't holding his hands too steady. But
I probably would have had that TV back then if it would have worked out.
If we would have had a tape measure.
Yeah. We should have just, taken one off the shelf at the store and walked over and measured it, thinking back.
Yeah.
That would be too much brain power for what we were at the time. I mean, I had to have been pretty young at that point.
Yeah, you were probably 18 or so. Yeah. You were on your own. But
I just love big TV.
Forever, Tanner's been talking about wanting a bigger TV, and he's bought I don't know how many TVs. He says it's not that many. But he has 2 TVs sitting here right now that aren't being used because he's bought new TVs. He's given me a TV. So for 23-year-old male, I think he's bought a lot of TVs.
I love TVs. There's just something about a big screen in front of my face.
So what's going to be the first show you watch on your big TV, your 85-inch?
Probably Shameless.
Shameless.
Me and the old lady are going to have to... She's not up in the air on the TV. I'm gonna have to watch Playing Street Lights first, and then after that, I don't know what to watch.
Probably Gold Rush.
I'm so far behind on Gold Rush because of this TV. Like I've been waiting for it. The payovers are gonna look massive on that thing. So for context, I have a massive TV in my bedroom. I don't think you've seen it. I think it's an 80-inch in my bedroom. So a little while before, my ex-girlfriend wouldn't allow me to get a bigger TV. So I've had these big TV dreams forever. And I've slowly started getting bigger TVs. 85 is about the biggest you can order off of Amazon feasibly. 80-inch TV comes by like UPS or whatever. The 85, two Mexicans in a moving van showed up today to drop it off. Which that's a story in itself, but there was a 100-inch TV on Amazon.
What would shipping cost on something like that?
I honestly don't know. Because I think it was like a $2,000 TV.
Jeez.
I really did think about it. I'm like, you only live once, send it, right? But I'm like, no, I don't need a 100-inch TV. But could you imagine 100? You guys can't see this.
We could use it as our background.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
100-inch TV would be pretty sweet. I can't afford that. Maybe if we get to be like Joe Rogan or something on this podcast game. Yeah, so I had the 32-inch TV on the TV stand where we just put this new 85. I bet 6 or 7 of them TVs would fit on that new TV screen.
It looks like it. I mean, for sure 4 would easily fit. Yeah. We could probably do the math.
Probably. I can't remember what size TV that is. I think that's a 65. That was big when I got it. You got my like 58, I think.
Yeah, and that thing seems massive. Because I hung that up in my bedroom on a wall mount. So kind of like when you pull it out from the wall, it hangs over my bed, and that seems massive. I can't imagine having an 80-inch TV in my bedroom.
Remy comes over and sees that 85-inch. She'll want to be over here all the time.
Yeah.
I just love TVs. If anyone ever wants to get me a birthday gift, give me a TV. Doesn't matter what size it is. If I had my way in life, I would have a TV in the bedroom, the living room, the bathroom, the kitchen, every room.
TV in the bathroom.
Yeah. So what do you do when you're on the toilet? You sit there and doom scroll.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had a TV in there.
I'm not the biggest TV fan.
I am. So to me, I could pop on Gold Rush while I'm sitting on the throne, watch an episode of Gold Rush on the toilet, come out, sit on the couch, get an even bigger TV, and watch another episode.
Yeah, but if you had a TV in your bathroom, you would never leave the toilet. You'd sit down and just sit there forever and watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd probably forget to wipe.
No, I wouldn't forget to wipe. I probably wouldn't even go to the bathroom. I'd probably just sit there and watch it. Yeah. We need to figure out something to do with that TV. When you decided we want to make video.
Yeah. So our plan is the TV we're referencing is just leaned up against the wall by where we record. Our thought was we could put like our logo on it or some kind of background, use it as like essentially the background for when we start recording. Which we are talking about doing video. We want to do that, but we just haven't really had time yet.
Yeah, I think we just got to switch everything around. And then we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone over here doesn't want to come over and get it ready. Because smelting's more important.
It is.
Turkey hunting is more important.
Smelting is important.
Turkey hunting is more important.
They both come around once a year.
Turkey hunting is like twice a year.
Fall doesn't count.
Why?
They aren't strutting then.
I can't believe you're taking 4 days to go turkey hunting. I like hunting.
I'm going to go camping also. I'm going to go camp up north and turkey hunt the whole time.
Why are you going to go camping?
Because, I don't know, I don't have a cabin.
Are you going to use the nice camper or the shitty or like your shitty one?
Oh, no, I'll probably just bring a tent or a hammock.
Why a hammock?
Because they're easier to set up than a tent. You want to
sleep under the stars that bad?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Oh, it's easier to set up.
I don't think so.
I'm going to wake up before sunlight, go turkey hunting. I won't go to bed till after sunset because I'll be turkey hunting. What are you going to
do if you shoot a turkey on like Friday?
I'll probably drive around camp up north.
Come back home, come to work Monday?
No.
Why?
Maybe.
No, you won't.
I'd probably come to work Monday.
You think so?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't like working. You ask me like 4 times a day, can I go home?
You always say no. So when I have a day off of work, I have to take advantage of it.
Yeah, well, am I supposed to tell you at noon on a Wednesday that you can just go home for the
Yep.
hell of it?
Yep.
You're not going to do anything at home anyways.
You don't know that.
Really. I guarantee you would.
Maybe make some cornbread or something. Maybe I'd bring you some cornbread to work.
No. All right. Next time you ask me, I might consider it if you offer to bring me a banana pie again.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah. You should feel special. I didn't even make Remy a homemade pie for her birthday. And I made you, what, 3 pies I brought to work?
A committed relationship longer than Remy has with you.
That is true.
It's been like 18 years.
That's true.
She's got nothing.
I'll tell her that when we hit the 18-year mark, that's when she gets a pie made on her birthday.
Yeah, but what are you going to do for me at that? Because that'll be like 36 years.
Maybe I'll smoke you a brisket and make you a pie.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I was thinking, you're telling me earlier how she wants to switch up our recording night. What we should do is make this like a family outing night. You guys come over. She makes a dish. The other one makes a dish. And then you and I get to sit and feast and make a podcast.
That's good. I bet you can go for that.
I just thought of that earlier. I can't lose you on Wednesday nights.
That's a good idea. Because that would work perfect because she's done early. So she'd have time to do her own stuff.
Yeah.
And she could come over.
We could sit and do our thing, and they can pet the cat.
I'll mention it to her.
All right. Okay, I know you're not going to mention it to her, so Remy, when you listen to this, let me know if you want to make this happen.
Then we can also do podcasts where we eat great, just have our mouths stuffed full. Or
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
No, not our next episode, but when we start doing 2 episodes a week, one's going to be karaoke because you really want that karaoke.
No, Tanner's the one.
No.
Tanner loves karaoke, but he's always too bashful to sing.
I've never done karaoke.
So, give us some fan mail if you want to hear Tanner sing some Freebird, or what's your favorite song? What song would you really sing? Yeah.
I don't know. Something from Katy Perry, probably. California Girls. That's my favorite song.
So give us some fan mail if you want to hear Tanner sing that whole song word for word.
Wants to do karaoke, not me.
I don't remember you ever saying I want to do it.
No,
you want to say it.
You can't spin it on me. That's not how this goes.
Maybe we'll do it like once a month. We each have to do one, like part of a song for karaoke just for good laughs.
Well, maybe we could make a reel out of it or something. Post it out there on the internet.
Yeah, we could do that. Make like TikToks of us singing karaoke. That way, like, we don't have the awful sounds on our podcast. People probably would stop listening.
Yeah, you're pretty good at Freebird.
That's if I'm in a skidster.
Well, why does it gotta be in a skidster to be good at Freebird?
It's all about the environment, Tanner.
The environment?
Yeah. I wouldn't get as hyped sitting in a dungy basement sitting across from you as I would driving around in a skidster, pushing up big piles of metal.
That gets you hyped up?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You get a feeling from that, John?
Only copper.
Well, the running thing is at work, we all get a feeling from that jump. That's crap.
And we can smell brass.
Yeah. But you couldn't smell that thing this morning. That's how I got you really riled up this morning. First thing out of the gate, I'm telling Derek how much work I did for him. It's 7:30. He's finally at work. I've been there since 6:30, slaving away.
Twirling the joysticks in circles.
Yeah, he's telling me I haven't done nothing. And then the first thing he does is he picks up 2 things and throws one of them in the wrong pile. And then he tried to tell me it wasn't him, but I watched him do it.
It hooked on to the piece I threw.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. That's what anyone with a good excuse would say.
Yeah, it is.
Really? No, I'm not a fan. How's your Husqvarna you got?
Oh, good. I got it super glued back together yesterday. So the handle broke, so I super glued it, and I'm going to put a piece of metal across the crack to hold it together, like a gusset plate. So I have it super glued right now. I didn't want to put the gusset plate on until the super glue is set.
When you pass away, I'm gonna bury you with a chainsaw.
Better be all of them.
No.
Why?
Do you think they make a casket big enough for you?
Well, they
and
don't
all
have
your
to be in the
chainsaws?
casket.
Oh.
They just have to be in the hole.
I'm
with
gonna
me.
bury you on my land so I can turn it into a cemetery.
Isn't that generous?
Yeah. I'm gonna get the tax breaks. I need the tax breaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big land owner like you though. You're gonna buy mine.
I hope so. I'll have 10 acres. Hope so.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'll charge you. I'm gonna go back to Florida. I'll take you with this time. My treat.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because you are stingy.
I'm not stingy. I don't go and buy the nicest hotel.
Why? Your hotel didn't even have a pool.
Yes, it did. It was
That's the next door neighbor's hotel.
Our pool is out of commission, so you got a key fob to go to the next door neighbors. At least I didn't have to walk around a sandcastle to get into my hotel.
Yeah, I bet you didn't have to walk around a grand piano playing and stuff either.
Yeah. When we went to Florida, the complete different hotels. Tanner got the nicest. I think, didn't you just look up like the most expensive hotel in the town?
Pretty much.
And books it. Yeah, they have this big fancy sandcastle on display and grand piano with a live musician. Oh, everything nice, fancy. Then mine was under construction. You had to go next door to the hotel next door to use the pool. It was at the very end of the beach, so the one side was like weeds.
Well, I mean,
but
I will give you booked it last minute. You could have done a little bit better.
Yeah, but I booked it 11 o'clock and we were leaving at noon the next day or something like that.
Yeah, and you were late. You didn't leave until like 5.
No.
Yeah.
I got here at like 12:30.
Oh, it wasn't. It was like afternoon, late afternoon.
I don't think so. I'll fact check you. I'll go back and look at my texts after our podcast.
You are so stingy. I mean, you rub 2 dimes together just to hear them squeak. Like,
I'm not that bad. I spend money on stuff I like.
Like what?
What? Oh, their computer crash?
No, I think we're still rolling.
I don't know, I like spending on hunting stuff, and
I am very good at convincing you to spend money, though.
You are.
For more reasons than one. Because we had one in mind. Now I'm thinking of another one. So, what did I do the first time to you?
Are you talking about in Florida?
Yeah.
So, well, first you convinced me to go to Florida, spend all that money. But then we get down there, and our girlfriends decide they wanted to go shopping or something. So they left me and Tanner unattended in Florida, which is a mistake. And so we go into a gift shop because, we followed them shopping, but kind of split off from them. They have these big sun hats that are like straw hats. I'm like, oh, I need one of these. This thing's sweet. So I bought it. Well, then we got to looking, there was Hawaiian shirts. So we both had to buy Hawaiian shirts. Then we had to go find some nice shorts. Well, before you know it, we're dressed full-blown tourists. And then walking down the road, and we kind of ran out of spots we wanted to look. So there was a bar that was already open. And mind you, Tanner rarely drinks. I don't drink as much anymore, but I used to like drinking a lot more. But anyways, there's this bar open. We're like, let's go in there and get some pina coladas. Like, it's a nice, warm Florida day.
Well, it was on the sign on the sidewalk. It was like,
oh yeah, giant
pina coladas or something.
So it's like 9:30 in the morning. Me and Tanner who hardly ever drinks, wearing full Hawaiian shirt, tourist everything, get 2 pina coladas and we're sitting there sipping them. Well, here the women were looking for us. So they walked by this bar and it's all open, like to the outside. It had like garage doors that were up. Like looking in, like trying to tell if it's us or not. They're like, what are you two doing? I guess we're just enjoying the vacation a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go full blown tourist. You pull it off way better than I did.
And don't call me cheap. I think I bought your pina colada.
You know what? You probably did. As I was thinking about what I've made you spend money on, there is a Chinese piece of fine machinery sitting in your yard that I convinced you to buy half of first and then to buy the rest of my half from me.
Yep, that was actually I am very glad you did because I use it a lot. But I have the smallest excavator that they make, that I know of that they make. That Tanner convinced me, what? It probably took you 3-4 weeks to convince me to buy it. We just needed this thing in the worst way. So we each bought half. Tanner ran it for maybe 5 hours and decided this was the dumbest thing he's ever bought. I had to buy him out of it. He gave me a pretty good deal on the second half. So
Yeah, I lost money on the deal. Okay, looking at the TikToks of this thing, I thought we needed it. And I thought it was going to do a lot. But when I started digging a hole and I crawled it down in the hole and I couldn't get it back out again, it wasn't for me.
once you learn how to run it, it's a lot better.
It's
You
still
can
not
maneuver it. Last night I pulled a tractor tire out of the dirt. It was a tractor tire buried in dirt for a raised garden. Hooked on it and she pulled it right out.
You still use that thing?
Yeah, used it last night. Or 2 nights ago.
We were going to set the world on fire with that machine.
So we'll probably post some videos of that also.
We got some Tonka dirt.
Otherwise, yeah, Tonka Dirt Works on TikTok has a few videos of it. That was our first attempt at being social media people, but
You know, this is a complete side note, but you brought up a good point. We did this completely backwards. Most people are famous and then start a podcast. And we're two nobodies that started a podcast.
Yeah.
Trying to be famous. That's the problem there.
So yeah, if you guys want to help us get famous, just keep promoting us because we're doing this completely backwards.
I mean, you could be famous for some things. I don't think I have anything to be famous for.
Don't ask me why we think the world wants to listen to us talk for an hour every week, but
I don't know. Some people like it.
yeah.
I don't know why we even like listening to us talk for an hour, but somehow we pull it off.
Not gonna lie, the second week's podcast, since we listened to it before we posted it, I didn't listen to it the next morning. It was like almost the night or till today, like yesterday, I listened to it. So I didn't even give ourselves a listen till.
It took me a couple days to listen to that one too. I'm not gonna lie. The first one I listened to it in the first 5 minutes. It was
Yeah.
Now the second one, it's just like, I don't want to listen to it right now. I tried.
It's hard listening to yourself also.
It's weird, really weird. It's just not. It's not a normal thing.
No.
Some people really like that though.
It definitely helps having like the mics. I mean, these aren't quality mics, but like compared to listening to yourself on a phone recording, it's way better. But
miles better. We're gonna keep going.
Well, we kind of have to. We've only been 28 minutes, so.
Then I think we need to talk about something. Something that involves money. That it is, once again, like pulling teeth to get you to do. I love gambling. When you grab that machine and it goes cha-ching, 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 I love that. Derek hates it.
I like the money I made. I like keeping it in my pocket if I can. I do love when I win. When we go to the casino and I win, I love it. I think the first 2 times I went to the casino, you made me. And I think both times I lost all the money I set aside to gamble.
You know where my gambling addiction started? Remember that night we bought them scratch-offs? And we didn't know what we were doing?
Yep.
Derek and I are sitting at my kitchen counter, scratching off the entire scratch-off. We do crossword puzzles.
Mind you, the reason we bought them is because we were driving home and it was just Tanner's birthday, and our birthdays are like a month apart. We're like, oh, we're 18 years old now. We can buy it. We can gamble. So we
Yeah.
bought, was it $10 in Scratch House, I think?
Yeah, something like that. And we're scratching the entire card off, not knowing what we're doing. And then it just like dawns on us that we're doing this wrong. And we ended up winning out of $10. It was like $100, almost 100, I think. I don't think it was
I
close.
thought it was over
It
100.
might have been. It was like mind blowing.
Because, yeah, well, once we figured out what we were doing, then we tried to, like, look back at the cards to see, like, if we did win whatever. And we figured, I think it was like $20 or $30.
Yeah,
so we're like, oh, sweet, we doubled our money. Yeah, we bring it in. I thought it was like 116.
It might have been something like that. I can't. There's a video of it somewhere.
But,
I have to.
and then I think the next time I went over to Tanner's house, he had Scratch House sitting on the table.
I have not done as well on Scratch Off since. And I don't do very well at casino. The last time you and I went, that was pretty good. It could have been better, but if I'd have listened to Derek, it would have been a lot better. What was I up? Like 700?
Yeah.
What did I walk out like up 300?
Something like that.
But granted, I gave your girlfriend $100 to play with.
Yeah.
Not that she wanted it.
She was trying to make you take it out of the machine. You would refuse.
Yeah, well, she wasn't having fun. She was being stingy herself. And I mean, I was on cloud nine. That was a good win. There's a video of me. We're gonna post it as a reel. I'm sitting there telling Derek it's gonna hit or something like that. It's like a $400 win. Like, I was so pumped on that. I don't do that good at the casino, but we're gonna.
You should see him play gambling games on his phone.
Okay, that's slightly illegal in the United States, but that's okay. Them are really fun, and they get me really stressed out. Remember that day I was jumping around?
Tanner will be on his phone on our slow days in the winter. We don't have much going on. He'll be on his phone. All of a sudden, he'll be dancing around, running in circles. Ooh, I won. It's very cute.
And then 5 minutes later, I'm stressed out because it's all gone. And I'm waiting for the on the website. It's like a 5-minute countdown. You get like a 10-cent rake back. So you get 10 cents back, and that's the minimum bet. And I tried. Now, one day I took 10 cents, turned it into $5.
And then what'd you do with that $5?
I took that $5 and I did $5 all on one bet, and I lost every penny of it. And that day forward, I have not been back on there.
That's why when I'm up at the casino, most times, I have done a few times where I bet my winnings back. But usually if I'm up, I pull out.
That's the problem. You got to keep going. That machine's going to hit sooner than later.
Yeah, but a profit's a profit.
No, it's not. What, $5? That's not even worth going to the casino. That don't pay for your gas.
Well, when I ride with you, it does.
No. I want to get into blackjack. I think I could get ahead with blackjack.
Yeah, that's one where you don't have the odds in your favor, but you can help your odds.
Yeah, I mean, a slot machine, it's just like throw money at the wall and see if it multiplies. Blackjack, I mean, it's close to that, but...
Maybe we should go sit at the roulette table.
No, roulette doesn't do you any good. I lost a lot of money on roulette. When we went to our boss's bachelor party, or I went, you didn't, I guess, because you didn't even know him at the time.
No.
When I went there, one of the groomsmen convinced me. I was down bad. So I think the whole trip, so we went on a fishing charter, and we got an Airbnb, and we all had to pitch in. I think there was 6 or 7 of us. 6, 7.
Never do that again.
I had to get up.
Never do that again.
So whatever. I think we all had to pay $500, and that was for the charter and the Airbnb. Well, we had 2 Airbnbs because there's so many of us. The first night we're there, I lost all $500 I brought. And I brought like $700. And I lost $500 of it at the casino. And I'm sweating bullets. And one of the guys comes up to me and says, Go over to the roulette table, put it all on red, what you have left. So I have $200 left. I can't, it might even be at a second casino. I go over there, and I put it on red, I fail. Okay, and he's like, well, that's just bad luck. Go get some more money out of the ATM. So I go to the ATM, I pull $200 out, and this is at a casino, and at the casino, the ATMs charge like $10, some of them, for a transaction fee. So I go back over, and he's explaining to me all the numbers. It's a digital roulette table. He's like, so these are the numbers you want to bet on. These are the ones that are going to hit. So I'm betting on them all. There goes that $200. I go back and pull another $200 out of the ATM. So my limit at the bank that I had at the time was $400 a day in ATM transactions. I pull out the money. I lose all 200 of that. I'm down, I don't even know, $1,100. Yeah, that was not fun. And then, so now I have no money, $0, and it's midnight, or not even quite midnight. I can't pull any more money out of the ATM yet. I have nothing. And I had to pay for the Airbnb, I think the next day. We were only down there for 2 days or something like that. So I had to pay for my portion of the trip. I had hardly any money. Somehow I made it work. I used a card, got my $400, and I had another card I got. But it was going so bad. That trip cost me, which I didn't spend nearly as much as some of the other guys. But at the time, I did not have the money for that trip.
That's why I don't like gambling.
Why?
Because you could have had, I don't know, nice rifle.
I have contemplated calling that 1-800-GAMBLE sometimes. Because to me, it's not even just me winning. If I could watch you win, I get off the same way. It releases the same endorphins.
I've never seen someone, well, I've seen people who waste their lives gambling, whatever, but I've never seen someone with so much excitement for gambling as you. Like, there's just a little spark in you when there's...
You walk into a casino, there's lights everywhere.
Because you're even enthusiastic about losing.
Yeah.
Like, you're mad, but it's not like you get depressed. You're still like, you have the adrenaline high.
Yeah, well, because I don't normally just lose it all right away. It's kind of like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. And then I'm trying to catch my tail. And that's when it goes all wrong.
So do you remember the first time you drugged me to a casino? We had to go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Because we weren't old enough.
That was for my birthday.
And it was for your birthday is why you convinced me to go. And we get there. So, it wouldn't have been your birthday, would have it?
It was my birthday. It was in September.
Because we did the scratch-offs before that.
Oh, it was for my 19th birthday.
Oh, okay.
19th or 20th birthday.
Okay. But, so we look up a casino in Minnesota, the closest one, and we go there. And they don't have a single machine. It's all blackjack. What was the other games they had?
It's just all table.
Yeah, it was all table games. And Tanner kind of knew how to play, so did the other kid, but I had no clue on how to play any of it. So I just had to stand around. And they spent, I don't know, probably $30-$40 each.
Yeah,
and then we were like, screw this, let's go to a different casino that actually has machines and stuff. So we made sure now whenever we went to casinos that we go to ones with machines, because...
You didn't do very good that night, did you?
No, I gave myself a $100 limit. I said if I am ever up, if I'm 25 cents up, I'm cashing out, walking away. And I went down, 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 down. I think I had like 30-some cents left. And it was only because I couldn't find a machine that I wanted to play that would do a minimum bet less than that.
Oh, I can't believe you're the stingiest man. And it irritates me. Except the podcast. You're kind of gung-ho to spend some money on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll spend a little here and there on it.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Investment. Yeah. We're gonna become famous.
Kind of like your belly, it's an investment.
Yeah.
You know, my old Instagram has that. There's some fat guys, and they call it Capital One bankers or whatever. It's an investment. I just don't know how you're ever gonna get the return on an ability. It's like a piggy bank. It just keeps getting bigger, 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 bigger.
Yeah. Hopefully one day it pops.
Yeah. Well, I think there's some funnier things we could talk about. But I want to grill you on something.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What are you gonna grill me on?
I don't know. I just want to grill you.
About what?
Do you want to go on my dream vacation?
I mean, talking about big bellies, yeah.
Okay. So last episode we talked about Derek's dream vacation. Derek and I, and out of pure coincidence, we were just talking about this other day. And I think I love this restaurant more than you because I could eat it every day. Derek and I have an undying love for Buffalo Wild Wings. And I'm not sure, but I would sure think that there's one in every state.
I'd imagine.
So you've heard of 50 states, 50 dates, 50 states, however they say it. I want to do 50 states, 50 Buffalo Wild Wings.
That'd be good.
Will you go with me?
I'll try. That's 50. You know how many days that would take? Because, like, you can only eat at, like, 3-4 Buffalo Wild Wings a day.
Well, yeah, but you're going to have to drive across states. I mean, I don't care how long it takes. When we're like 60, 70.
Maybe we could get a calendar. We can post when we go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
There you go.
Try and go to them all.
My actual dream vacation is Bora Bora, but I will never, ever make it to Bora Bora. So I think 50 Buffalo Wild Wings in a different state. Or, one in each state. I think it's possible.
We'll have to research see if there's Buffalo Wild Wings everywhere.
I mean, we can maybe throw in a Waffle House here that... Okay. No.
Waffle House.
I need anyone and everyone's opinion on this. Derek loves Waffle House. I've been to one Waffle House in my life. I will never go back to another Waffle House.
That is the worst. I can't even remember where that Waffle House was.
It's like outside of Chattanooga.
That's part of our reason. We went to the furthest north Waffle House because we wanted to eat at a Waffle House. So we looked up the first one we were going to drive by on our way to Florida.
And you think that's the problem?
Yeah, it's a southern thing. You have to get down there to get. I don't know. All the other Waffle Houses I've went to were delicious.
I mean, the food wasn't necessarily terrible.
No, the potatoes were. The hash browns, I don't know if they wetted down spaghetti noodles and threw some salt on them.
I don't even know if it looked like maggots or waxies.
Yeah, they were not potatoes.
Plastic and round and small. And like fake hair. If you ever seen a cartoon character's fake hair, that's what it looked like. And I don't know how, but the milk was cold, but it tasted warm. I don't know how you pull that off, but that was terrible.
Oh, that was the worst Waffle House I've been to. All the other ones I've been to, delicious. 10 out of 10.
What? The only thing I hope they bring to Wisconsin is that Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's, yeah.
That was amazing.
I didn't know there could be that many gas pumps at one spot.
It's like 50.
How big do you think their holding tanks are?
That's what I wonder. I bet insane. Like, I don't know. What could you throw at?
Everyone that I've heard talk about Buc-ee, they're the best thing. They're the biggest gas stations. I just assumed they were like a Quick Trip. Maybe a little better than a Quick Trip. I thought they were all over. I didn't realize there's, 5 of them or something is all. I don't think there's... I could be completely wrong, but I didn't think there was many of them. Maybe. But, I mean, the gas pump just on and on forever. What, we were pumping 98 or something? It was just under 100?
Yeah, and then you walk inside, and you got a gas station, you've got a Walmart, you've got a furniture store.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you could buy a Christmas tree there.
Yeah. It's so busy in this place. There was people directing traffic not only to get to the bathroom, not person traffic. Yeah. You walk in the bathroom and there's an employee in there telling you, All right, that urinal's open, that stall's open. They're asking you have to pee or poop, and they're freaking telling you where to go.
Yeah, that was insane. You loved it. I kind of thought I don't ever want to stop here again because I don't like people that much.
Well, neither do I, in a sense, but I was just mesmerized by it. I'm mesmerized by things like that. It's like skyscrapers.
Yeah,
I want to go to a tall skyscraper and just look at it.
I'd probably push you off.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a douche move. What would you do without me?
I'll probably enjoy myself.
You probably would. No, you wouldn't. You would be sad.
Maybe.
You'd be sad without me. Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I would.
You don't sound sure in that answer. I'm gonna disappear and see what your life is like.
I don't believe that.
What?
You wouldn't disappear.
I could disappear for a week.
You like work too much.
No, I really don't. I got no choice.
You're too dedicated.
I gotta work with people like you. You think I like work?
Probably before I started.
Yeah, it was a lot more enjoyable before I had to see you every day. I'm gonna put a poll up. We're gonna vote yes or no.
What are you gonna put on the poll?
You. Be like a shish kebab. I can't even say it. No. You need to cut that mop of yours.
I might. It's getting warm.
How do you deal with it?
Oh, it just stays back.
I mean, it would be one thing if you like maintain your flow, but at work's a different story. Right now, it's not as bad. But at work, when your hair is sticking out to the side,
Well, that's because the air conditioners and the skid steers blow it every which way, and then the wind blows.
the air conditioner and the skid steers, when it's 40 degrees out, you gotta have them on full bore. You don't have air conditioning in your house. Is that why you like it so much?
Probably. I don't have air conditioner in my house or my truck, so I have to enjoy it when I.
AC is nice, ain't it? It's on right now.
It is. Well, actually, I can't say that. We got window units the last couple of years. After I broke my neck, since like I was already miserable, my parents put a window unit in my bedroom, and now
Didn't you have a central air unit that you could use?
we had everything ready to go, and we had one sitting in the shed, but we never hooked it up.
Why?
Oh, it costs money to run. It's not needed.
Yeah.
We have a basement, so you could just go down there, and it would be nice and cool in the summer.
Oh, I could not live without AC.
I hate. Remy wants air conditioning in the worst way. She says it's a necessity.
It is. I
But-
agree with Remy.
I say if we have kids, I want my kids to know what I had to grow up like. Like I think
That's the kind of parent you're gonna be?
Not totally, but they don't get air conditioning and they don't get cable TV.
You don't have cable TV?
No, all we have is a little antenna out in the
Okay,
garage.
who has cable TV anymore?
Well, no, but 5-10 years ago when cable was the thing, we didn't have it. We have Netflix.
Netflix. You need a VZ box.
Those are illegal.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
You can buy them at Walmart.
The box isn't illegal, but using them it is.
Why?
It's pirating software or something. I don't know.
I was told by the guy I bought it from. No, wait, I didn't buy it. I was told it's not illegal to use. 'Cause it does something different.
Okay.
It's not like you're downloading it.
No, I mean, you'll never get caught with
What if
them.
that's my downfall in life? I go to jail from the FBI for a VZ box.
I'll be the only person in the county that doesn't go to jail for a VZ box.
Could you imagine our boss? That's his downfall, going to jail for pirating.
That would be funny.
Oh, that would be bad.
I just don't watch TV enough. I mean,
Why?
I go on my phone, go on Marketplace, watch TikToks, or I just,
But why don't you like TV?
I don't know, probably because I can't see that far to get.
Where are your glasses?
Yeah,
Where are your glasses?
at home.
You wore them here before.
Yeah.
You just don't feel like it's a necessity?
No.
Why?
I don't need them to drive legally yet, so.
How blind is it bad?
I can see like up to like 20 feet pretty good.
Really? What's that bag say?
Bean.
Well, if you can read that, you can read the bottom. The bottom.
Bean something.
The lighting's weird.
See, I can see that far. I couldn't. I couldn't like if it was just a single letter. Probably couldn't tell it, but I can just kind of see the shape of the
Oh, so
word.
you cheated.
Possibly.
So I gave it to you because you couldn't read the bottom and figure out it's hard to see anyway.
It starts with a C, I think.
No, it's an O.
Oh, that's close.
No. No.
They're the same shape, just one's not finished.
Why?
I don't know, because that's what the English people
That's
decide.
not. Oh, here we go. Are you a punctuationalist?
I am a punctuationalist.
You are the biggest tool I've ever met. We're in Florida at a restaurant. This poor waitress just wants to get off, go home, see her family. And Derek's over here asking her if she's a punctuationalist because the menu was read wrong.
Well, I ordered. So the way the menu is wrote, I can't remember exactly how it was, but I even double checked it on Google, so you know it was right. But the way it was written, it made it sound like you got a beef steak and an ahi tuna steak. Well, here you only got one or the other. So I told them that I wanted my beef steak as rare as they could, and I wanted my ahi tuna glazed, because it was either glazed or grilled. And so she said, okay, she didn't tell me that it was only one or the other. Well, they only come out with the beef steak. And so I asked where my ahi tuna was. She said, oh, it was a like misprint on the menu or whatever. So I had her bring me the menu. I told them that I was very nice at first until they said I was wrong. And then it's like, okay, if you're going to tell me I'm wrong, I'll be right. So I had him bring out a menu, explained it to her, asked her if she was a punctuationalist, which I don't think is a word, but it is now.
Well, people,
I ended up getting my ahi tuna steak at least. And I think Tanner was a little embarrassed about it, but
it was embarrassing, but incredibly funny at the same time. Because the punctuation, are you a punctuationalist? That's what he said. And he said it just like that, straight faced. And it comes over you in a way of like, how do I not just die laughing? I can't believe you just said that. There's so many emotions running through you when you do that. And you're a douche.
Well, at first, I was nicer at first. I remember like asking her like, "Oh, I think you forgot my iTunes," and she told me that it was one or the other on the menu, and I said no. I read the menu because I thought it was weird because it was like $2 more for this than the meal that just had steak. And so I'm like, well, I might as well spend $2 and get a ahi tuna steak also. And so I even read it multiple times because it seemed strange for the price. And then when she told me I was wrong, and it's like, okay, bring the menu out. Like,
there's just so many things about you that just.
Well, when we first left, Tanner was giving me crap for this also. When we first left for our Florida trip, we stopped at Quick Trip and filled up with gas and got some snacks. Well, I always keep kind of a running tab in my head when I'm grabbing stuff at the gas station just to know the approximate amount it should be. And so I checked out and it seemed a little high. So I look at my receipt. Well, they charged me for 2 sandwiches. So it was like $3 off. Like it was $3 too much. So I went and showed the lady at the cash register. And so I had to get 2 sandwiches. Well, she would have refunded, but I was like, I'll just go grab another sandwich. I'll eat it anyway. So
I'm different. I know some people are like you. 99% of the people don't look at the receipt from the gas station.
And so how much money do you think you spent in your life because of that?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to argue with the poor old lady that's, I will give you the one time, and she didn't charge me for it, and I didn't get it, and it made me mad. Went to a Quick Trip, and I wanted to try a Western omelet sandwich or whatever.
Yeah.
Never had one. Set it on the counter, and she didn't ring it up, and I didn't even fully notice it until I was someone else had walked up to the counter. It's still sitting on the counter. She didn't ring it up. And I'm still mad about that to this day because I have yet to try
And you
it.
could have got it for free. You could have just grabbed
I
it.
should have. But I can't steal. That's dishonest.
I wouldn't consider that stealing, though. That's their mistake.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you like that?
Like what?
You.
Are you just trying to get me going?
Yeah. I want to fight. No, you don't
No.
want to fight? Why?
No. It's been a long enough day.
Yeah. All right. I'm sure they're tired of listening to us talk at this point.
Yeah. I feel like this one was a little bit boring. We had a few good stories.
Yeah.
But this is a little more laid back.
Yeah.
A little bickering.
That's what it's about, though. Now they see what I deal with every day.
They see what I deal with.
I'm not that bad.
I can't wait to get the results back. I think, did we bring it up in the last episode about your
My balls?
balls?
Yeah.
Tanner's all worried that his family's gonna tell him he has to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned of that, yeah.
You probably should. If you're concerned that your family will want you to go to the doctors, then you should probably go to the
No,
doctor.
because there's not a problem there.
How do you know there's not a problem? Do they work well?
Yeah. I could imagine that my balls are perfectly healthy. I don't see anything that would be wrong with them.
Besides that, they're squishy
They're
and...
not squishy.
Should we yell for Adele to come down here?
Come here and give them a feel.
No.
Well, if you're that concerned about my scrotum,
Let the
what's
doctor...
inside of it?
Let the doctor feel them.
No. I'm not going to the doctor for this, unless everyone says I have to. It's going to take a lot of people to persuade me. My balls are not squishy. They may be a little bit large. I don't know.
The size, I feel like, isn't, like,
Okay, in all
as
honesty,
concerning
have
as
you ever
the-
grabbed your nut and felt how big it is?
No.
Okay, then how can you even say that
Because-
anything about me?
Like, the way they're described...
They're not squishy. It'd be the sack.
Okay. Maybe your fat's just seep down into your balls.
You know what? Just come here and give them a feel. If you're that concerned about it, come here and give them a feel.
I think people have heard enough about your balls.
I mean, until they update.
Yeah, we'll see if...
I'm not... You dream about my balls. That's what I'm...
Maybe.
Alright. I'm tired of talking to you.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, you're not very good to look at.
Says you.
Sorry I knocked my head off helping you carry your TV in.
Well, you know what? That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll help you carry your big TV in someday.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Have a good night, Derek.
You too.
Bye.